Good Friday morning, everybody. We made it. It's Friday. Alrighty. I have been kind of missing in action because I haven't been feeling that well lately, but I am much, much, much better now. Still wrestling with these allergies and stuff. So, other than that, I'm pretty good, I must say. Glad to be back with you. Glad to see you all again. Hope everything has been going well for you. Let's get on into this Friday word for the day. Psalms 91 and Psalms 92. It is good to give thanks to the Lord and to sing praises to your name, O Most High, to declare your loving kindness in the morning and your faithfulness every night. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. That's a promise. Wonderful, wonderful promise of protection. Can't go wrong there. He's telling you He's going to cover you and shelter you. That's a day by day, night by night promise that He upholds. All right, let's go to the word for today. Remember, this is the pamphlet that I read that comes from my church. So let's see what we need to know today and apply. This one is Psalms chapter 139, verse 16. You saw me before I was born. Work on your self-image. Iyanla Vanzant said, everything that happens to you is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. We can't draw to ourselves more than we think we are worth. That means how we see ourselves determines the kinds of relationships we establish. Many of us harbor a low sense of self-esteem. We deem everyone else as being more important than ourselves and think meeting their needs is more important than meeting our own needs. We compare ourselves and allow others to determine who we are and become dependent on their approval to prop up our identity. But it's a slap in the face to God to look at another person and say, I wish I was like them. God made you for His own purpose that you might reflect the unique aspect of His glory. As believers in Christ, we've been given a new identity as children of God. We weren't created to live dependently on any other person. Rather, God is restoring us to the image of His Son and making us whole. In Him, we don't ever need to be afraid to be who we really are. Let me read that one again. In Him, we don't ever need to be afraid to be who we really are. It's time to develop a true opinion of yourself based on the truth that God made you exactly, precisely, intricately, wondrously, and uniquely you, a one-of-a-kind creation for which there's no comparison. The psalmist wrote, you schedule each day of my life before I began to breathe. How precious it is, Lord, to realize that you are thinking about me constantly. You saw me before I was born. Work on your self-image. Wow, 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 wow. I tell you what, that was awesome. And I have to say that that was awesome because we're living in days and times to where we want to emulate other people. And I'm just going to be extremely honest. We see people, especially for our young ladies, we see people having surgeries to correct how God made us. And it's different if you need a surgery, maybe if you're having like problems with your mouth and you have to have, braces, to correct so that you're not biting your tongue, things like that. What I mean is, cosmetic things. We're living in a world to where our young women, our young girls are seeing us changing our bodies that God gave us. God gave us beautiful faces and bodies, period. All of us have something different and delicate and beautiful about us. Remember, we're made in the image of God. And right now we just see a world where it's taking over doing the cosmetics things where, got a new nose and new cheekbones and, you know, new this, cut this off, add that in. And we have to remember those things weren't made for our body. We weren't meant to have silicone put in our bodies or, injected gels that we have no idea where they come from. I saw one documentary to where they were putting, the stuff had rat poisoning, boric acid and rat poisoning in it was what they were injecting in the women's buttocks. So working on your self-image, and that's inside and out too. Just being who you are, true to yourself in Christ, and remembering that we are made in the image of Christ. And so we ought to be thankful and grateful for that. We want to see that reflection of Christ in ourselves from the inside out daily. So working on our own self-image and being who we truly are and being happy, joyful, and content with who we truly are too. So I think that's a good one. That's a good one. We can all work on that. All right, you guys, happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing better. I know we've had a lot of weather across all the states. Snow, rain, a little bit of everything. So hope everybody is safe, warm, and well where you're living. And God's got some blessings for somebody today. Somebody getting some answered prayer. All right, you guys, be blessed. And like I always say, don't waste a second, a minute, or an hour of your day without telling God that you love him. Be blessed.